Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming to you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and joy of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best of the brightest authors, artists, musicians, and other creators. If you are looking this holiday season to shop small and you want to know where to get started, go there. You will find wonderful creatives not burdened by the menacing algorithms of billionaires who are using rockets as penal enhancements. No, friends. Instead, you'll find actual authors, writers, game designers, actual musicians, all there at your disposal to help you go into the wonderful world of things you haven't read, ideas and toys you may not have thought to give the people you love. Having cats is a lot like being haunted. Anyway, and if you are a creative looking for a place to host, joining indiecd.org is one of the most beneficial things you can get into. It will ensure you have a place in the community of other creatives. You can find out events and conventions that are happening before they happen, who's going, what vending fees are. This is a really great resource for the community and what I'm proud to support. And if you use Podcast One, you can join and your lifetime fee will be your one-time lifetime fee will be cut in half, friends. But it's only the first 100 people who take advantage of it, and those slots are going fast. We are also made possible by the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from never handled the sword to teaching the art to others, as well as the entire Big Stompy Robots line of games, miniatures, novels. This is heating up, friends, and you can be a part of it. If you want to blow your friends up at the dining table and not really feel bad about it, if you want to go down to the game shop and be able to knock out a full one-on-one game in the time it takes you to settle or let other members settle an argument on the rules of another prominent game, BSR. And of course, along with my many novels that are available through Amazon, we are especially made possible by Haints and Hellfire, a dark sequel, has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. It's so good. Speaking of, I busted down about 1,000 more words on Haints and Hellfire, lined up the outline. Yes, a pantser like me has done an outline. Behold! For the sequel to Through the Thinning Veil, and a few other miscellaneous bits. These things are all coming down the pipe as a way of just gliding on into my accountability, which is very, very good. There are a lot of things going on. We've been very, very, very busy. I had a lot of plans for the weekend, a lot of travel plans, a lot of work plans. The vast majority got shot down. Hello, sir. But I've been working right here. You see the light that is shining extra on my face over here? That is something you can't see because that is the first commission of the Christmas season that I've been working on in a style I have never attempted before because, c'est magnifique. This is the hardest time of year for me as an artist because I cannot reveal what it is I'm working my butt off on until basically next year. But I try to get my commissions knocked out. So I've spent, do we want to say how many hours on this already? Just trying to get the general feel and mojo. I hope this is what they want. Waiting to hear back from the client. But so I've been busy. Stuart walked through the screen door again like it was nothing. I swear, it really is like being haunted around here. And I will be shooting. This is a special notice for you guys who follow for things other than Nick Knows Nerf. Probably later today, I will be shooting a video about the blaster that my cat bought me. You heard that right. The blaster that my cat bought me. I will be doing an unboxing on a slightly older blaster, but new unbox to me. We'll be talking about it. We'll also be talking about some other good products that are out, what companies are doing good, what companies are doing bad. Yeah, I'm looking for that. Probably expect that to be posted Tuesday, either morning or evening, depending on how things go. I like to put Nick Knows Nerf on Tuesdays or Thursdays because usually there isn't a lot of conflict with my lovely broadcast group. Now, it is Monday. It is Monday. We are in the last week, basically, of September. That means spooky season is upon us. We are barreling toward Leafy Moss. So those of you who have not reached out to me, you may want to get access to the Leafy Moss folder. Those who don't know, I probably should talk about what Leafy Moss is. For many years, there was no way to acquire a very specific book because it was out of print. That book being A Night in the Lonesome October by Roger Zelazny. So making sure people had copies was challenging. Now, we found ways to do it. Add to the credit, just about everyone I know who has used this method has then went and bought official releases. So, these things happen. But in making sure it goes around to make sure you have something selected, it also came up as a good time for us authors to go, hey, you want to read what I've been doing? So there is a secret folder tucked somewhere in the internet where people I know and trust have access. I get to download stories and things that are gifted by the other authors to each other so that we can enter spooky season with phones full of things to read. I am very pleased with this. And we have celebrated this because many of us would give out our books to each other, but we can't afford shipping. I mean, the print costs aren't too bad, but the shipping is a nightmare. So quietly shuffling ebooks of each other's works to each other, I think, is a beautiful thing. With no expectations other than I hope you enjoyed it. So that is what we celebrate starting starting September 28th. As both an embracing of the, 1 second, start! No. Oh, you got in, can't figure out how to get out? Well, I know what I'll be doing during my break. I will be releasing my cat who walked through the screen door to get in, but has not realized he can walk through the screen door to get out. With that, Leafy Mouse is coming. Winter is coming for us reader types. Oh no, we have to bundle up and keep ourselves distracted from the frigid cold by reading. This is terrible. So there is a lot going on. I am excited. I got to see about half of Thesis's program where he interviewed Trelana not last night, sorry. Saturday night, which was delightful. We also had the joy / privilege, etc., of Mandy and I have gotten to hunker down and knock out. I think we're 12 episodes into our Chinese quasi-historical dramedy, might be the best way to put it. It's very good. Very romantic, but very good. And I will say this, out of nowhere, in the middle of what we've seen, there was a sudden kung fu fight. Came out of nowhere. There was no explanation, just wham, bam. Holy smokes. Kung fu fight. As in, whoa. It was awesome. It was a real palate cleanser. And then right back to the shenanigans. Of course, we're at the part where everything was set up beautifully. And, things were going where they were supposed to be. And then you look at how many episodes there are, and you go, no, don't do this to me. I could have a happy ending. No. So we have many episodes to see what can be done to save and rectify the situation. The only thing that I am worried about is that Chinese cinema is far more content to have a tragic ending than Western cinema, as a rule. So it makes me a little anxious. But it's been highly enjoyable. And when I am done with it, I will give the name because I don't trust y'all to spoil it. And spoiling it for me would be damaging. Spoiling it for my wife would end someone's life. So, we've been doing that. There were some other things I wanted to discuss, and they just slipped my mind. Oh, yes. I did have a topic for today, and I want to, I saw it go by, and it resonated with me. Because I was speaking to a friend who's probably in the chat, who shall not be named because I'm respectful like that. But they were genuinely upset that they can't hit that writing level. They can't hit the numbers. And this is different. This is different from the, I want to be a writer. Then why aren't you writing? But I want to be a writer. I dream of being a writer. Then why aren't you writing? And a lot of times it'll be, I want to be an author. Then author something. Because friends, the only way you'll do it is by doing it. But inversely, they get caught up in the idea of go big or go home. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because one, the vast majority of us that I know, if given the option of go big or go home, we'll go home. We like being at home. Home is where my stuff is. Home is where my books are. Home is where my family is. Home is where I could go and immerse myself in a pile of blankets and pillows if I wish to, and doom scroll Reddit for Nerf articles or something like that. But go big or go home isn't the way. Go small and do something is. Guys, I keep hearing, I want to write from a lot of people. Or I haven't written enough. Look. If you write a single word a day on a story, in 1 year, you will have 300 words, 365 of them, actually. You will have enough to make a nice, quaint little short story with 1 word. $3,000 words is only 10 words a day. Well, 36, blah, blah, blah. About 100 words. 100 words. And don't give me that, I can't do it. Look. Most of you have social media. Most of you at some point or another get in an argument with someone on social media. Check your word counts. Check your word counts on Twitter. Those little blocks, they add up. Shall we talk Facebook? I am guilty. Hi, my name is Nick, and I can respond to many, many paragraphs of the right subject when I am annoyed. Unky Nick the Long-Winded is an entity that is well known in these parts. If you take that energy, and instead of putting it towards mindless arguing online for dopamine, and you put it into a book for dopamine, something magical starts to happen. You get a book. And then you get done with it. A lot of people say, well, my first book sucked. Congratulations. Everyone's first book sucks. Because you're a better author by the end of your book than you were at the beginning. See, many people who write have never been artists, so they've never had to deal with the truth of becoming an artist. The truth of becoming an artist of any project, and give me a second, because I do not want to accidentally flash an image of what I am working on to any of y'all who aren't supposed to see it yet. There we go. The secret of becoming an artist, the tragedy, the artist's dilemma is this. At the end of every single piece you do, you are a modicum more experienced. A modicum, depending on how much time you put into it, how complex a piece, etc., more down your path than you were when you started it. So you will do it, you'll get there, and there's this whole journey of, I feel good. Then you look at it the next day, and you go, I suck. And then if you can stomach it a few weeks or a few months later, you look at it, that's not too bad. This emotional roller coaster is born from progression, from evolution. Accept it. The same thing happens when you're writing. And the other thing is, it may take longer, but after a while, some of the side effect skills of writing kick in. You know how I say, write, draw, you can edit, you can rework it, but you can't edit a blank page? Those pages aren't blank. If you become a better author and you have a project that was unpublished, like I have several, you can come back and you can open that project up and sit back and go, okay, young Nick, Young Master Tockert, why do you suck? And you're far enough displaced from that project, stroke your beard, if you have one, and go, I am going to edit you shamelessly. And as you notice, I recovered the file for the BKM logo. This is a very BKM thing to do. Whack out the hatchet of editing and pursue to take your early beloved work and chop it into submission. Vilify it. Bam. Tweak it, bend it, twist it, pop it. Till it becomes something you can use. And then send it on its way. Because you can do that. They can't stop you. Oh, it's old. I have a book that I quietly come back and I read and I tinker a little bit. I have to do a whole lot of name changing. Yes, I do. But this book, I wrote before I was married. It sat copied on hard drives and things for a very, very long time. But you know what? You know what, my friends? I have been looking at this thing. And it is a thing. I have to change names. I think I'm going to cut the ending off because I didn't know where to end it. The story just wasn't wrapping up. It was going, fizzle pop. And then social changes completely reshaped the background of the story. Is it still juvenile? Yes. Is it as good as my current works? I don't know. Probably not yet. Do I think I can whip it into something with a whole lot of find and replace for names, tweaking ideas, pulling out inside jokes that no one else will get? Perhaps. So as I work on my projects, I come back and I fiddle and I notch and I polish on this little thing. And at some point, it will be released. Because I'm due to it. And because that's what Brian wants. I do want to clarify one thing, and I'm going to keep clarifying it so that there's no confusion. Brian's logo came down because of a technical problem, not because I didn't want to fly it anymore. He thought I had taken it down. And if I hurt his feelings, I am deeply saddened by that because that was not my intent. That was the Nick field. So, Brian, I hope you're watching this. If you aren't, friends, inform Brian to at least catch that little bit. Because he's been my mentor and my hero. And while I don't get to hear much from him because he's on a whole other arc these days, I'm still dang glad to know him. And the show wouldn't be here without him, so I've not forgotten Brian Cameron. All right. Now, with that bit of lengthy Monday intro, before we get into your stuff, we have to pay some bills. So I will be back in about a minute and a half, and we'll see what's on your mind, because I know I'm way behind. Alrighty then. Let's hit your comments because as interesting as I am, and I am interesting, you guys are even more. So let's get just to be clear, no, that is absolutely not me. This is way down the line, but I saw it. Question, Nick, I got a Facebook friend request from someone named Xander Plus. Would that be anybody related to you? No. And I have my Facebook group, and I have like author Nicholas Tockert as a public one page that I kind of neglect. Anyone else trying to claim they're me ain't me. But we're going to go all the way back. I just saw that, and I wanted to address that lest Grant move out before we get to him, because like I said, I was long. First through the doors, Trelena. Good morning, all. Good morning, Trey. How are you doing, my dear? I got to chat with your Joey, neener, and I got to watch him get annoyed with idiots on the road. Anyway, and morning, Trey. Good morning, Thesis. And you got greetings, and thanks again for being such an awesome guest. Yes, if you guys did get to see that, it was very good. I will be rewatching at my convenience to catch the beginning of the interview because I think I caught the last half of it. Well, what was supposed to be the last half, but it kept going. So I caught the last hour. I had so much fun. Thank you for inviting me on. And hey, Trey and Thesis, it was a great show. See, Donna appreciates. Morning, Donna. And hey, Donna, how you doing? Morning. I'm going to be listening while scrubbing at work. Get your groove on. What? Get your scrub on. Hey, Sarah. Oh, you just need an absolute shadow daddy to just materialize and take you away from this theater-based Cinderella-ing. Is there not a phantom of the theater or someone equally dramatic to make Sarah's life more interesting? Hey, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl. Won't be able to chat. I'll be gloved up in big public restrooms. Sarah, I've done a lot of janitorial in my time. I know that fight. Hey, Witzman, and are you back to work now? I assume that Sarah is. Poor Sarah. Oh, those are fun. Hey, Carl. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Pa-da-pa. And I want to, we have a new Patreon member over on the Historical Fencing Guild. I will be thanking you in stream in near future. Nice. And yes, Joe has a good morning, everyone. There will be a Behind the Code tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. He was kind enough to inform me that he believes this will be a short, quick little stream. I'm sure you guys will let that happen. Oh. Nice. And okay, I know where I'll be, says Dawn. And hey, Dawn. Good morning. Here comes the dawn. Shoopy-doopy. Dawn is, of course, the creator of her fashionable felines, Buddy and Georgette, and the inspiration for this lovely image. Yay! Let her get hypersonic. Make a hypersonic dawn out of you. Don't stop her now. I'm grooving today. I actually got this stuff called Sleep-ish, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh, we got comment dump. Bam. Oh, so many comments. Where are we now? There we are. Nice. I know it'll be greetings. Ain't no rest for dawn. Nope. I'm currently on the side of the road watching contractor work for the first time in over a month. And Grant says, hey, all, people are talkative this morning. Good morning, Grant. Accountability, I think I'm ready for the Sunday Muncie event. I guess I need to edit Luck of the Irish for Donna. Better before she starts cracking the whip. And speaking of cracking the whip, right now, our beloved Sarah is scrubbing bathrooms. Do you really want her to have to bring out her disinfectable whip to crack you with that? No. So hit that like button. Share this and make sure your butt is subscribed so you don't miss anything. And Donna agrees. Don't forget to like and share, folks, for your own safety. Light. Rock on, Carl. Joe says, I have to go through my mobile connection. I have to go through because my mobile connection isn't going to support the stream from the phone and from the laptop while trying to use Site Manager. So I will see you all folks later tonight. Toodles, Joe. You rock beyond measure. Hey, Grat. I know. Busy, busy, busy. Going to coffee with friends later on this morning. I am awaiting mechanics because both my cars broke down. And a delivery possibly, or two. Not to mention the fact that I have to do a review of the Nerf blaster that Stuart bought me. My cat. I don't know if I mentioned this. I mentioned this to Joe. So if I'm repeating myself, I don't care. My cat bought me a Nerf blaster. Let me explain. And this will be recovered, of course, for the Nick Knows Nerf crowd. But for you, my beloved Nevermoids, an intro, a bit of sneak peek. I was on eBay, prowling around because I had bought a very, very nice Nerf blaster called the Dictator for a very, very nice, very inexpensive price. I was humble. $11. I recommended it. What? For $15, you could get the original Striker, which was a Target exclusive high-end Nerf blaster akin to the original Nexus Pro, but a little more swanky. That's a good deal. And I'm looking at it going, well, that's going to go fast, but I want to wait till, the end of the month so that I can get it. I'm watching the numbers tick down of how many are available. I'm pondering if I should do this because I don't like to bring my personal account down to a low number. And I'm looking at this, and Stuart comes in and cuddles and looks at what I'm looking at, which he does sometimes. And then he smacks the buy it now button. Fun fact, cat paws work on touchscreen phones. Like, Stuart, what are you doing? And I go to hit the reset. Dude, full body is my hand to smack the confirm button. Dude was dedicated. Amanda's sitting across the couch from me, next to me on the couch, basically, going, what just happened? The cat popped my... I am not responsible. I'm not responsible for buying that Nerf blaster. That's my cat. I was not looking for that Nerf blaster. I was looking at it, but I was not hitting the cat did it. See, I can't be held accountable for Nerf blasters that are given to me. I can't be held accountable for ones my cat buys. It's not my fault. So I have to review the blaster now because it came in yesterday. And it came in a surprise condition that I will not discuss here. Might bring it up in the green room, but I won't discuss it here. So that should keep you guys mysterious and notarized. And let's see. Hello, we got greetings, and it's been a rough week. Angie had severe headache last week, and doctors really can't explain why. Oh, poor thing. Just keep her hydrated. Keep her electrolytes up. Make sure everything she needs is getting into her. It might help. Not a doctor, just a dude. Poor Angie. I blame it. On top of that, she caught my cold. Oh, it's a doozy going around. Ain't it? Hey, Donna. I hope you're getting into some kind of mischief today, because if you're not, I'm going to feel bad. And poor Angie, hope she feels better soon. Morning, all. Hi, Foxy. Thanks for checking your messenger. I had to send a message to Foxy about something. Neither here nor there. Getting started, and oh my God, no one cleaned around the toilet basin, so my face is going to be near the floor. Grabbing a mask. I understand. Heck, NBCD has its own show. If you're a member and want to be interviewed about yourself or your projects, let me know. Absolutely. And then IndieCD.com will be happening again this year. I just have to get the date from my beloved wife. Good idea, Sarah. Hazmat suit, Sarah. Hey, Foxy. And Foxy says, Hoolie has found the empty distilled water bottle and is currently enjoying destroying it. Wonderful. And greetings, and greetings. I'm in the process of making myself presentable for later today. So my phone has been over there. All right. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Josh Koepp. Saw some storms brewing up in your neck of the woods. Hope you're holding out okay. Morning, Josh. And we got greetings. And birds are being flipped because there's so much love. Would the story for D.B. Cooper be a good for Leafy Moss? It certainly could. Hey, Josh. And Stuart. Yes. I can't tell you how glad I am not to be cleaning public toilets anymore. Hey, Uncle Carl. 2 cats demanding pets. Now. Hey, Josh. I can't imagine the people who are so gross to do what I see in public toilets. Absolutely. Hey, Aunt Donna. Oh, dear Foxy, I have seen the underbelly of society. I 4th of July weekend, Washington Park. It's a beach in Michigan City. It's a lovely place. You have to pay to get in now, but it's quite lovely. Looks like the Caribbean on certain days. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just be careful. The undertow is a bit of a... Anyway. My dear friends, that let of toy was nightmarish. But what's worse was the adobe-like substance that was flung on the 15-foot ceilings. Having to clean that stuff down overhead and request a telescoping pole be bought expressly for the purpose. There are some horrors no one should know. Suddenly Kung Fu is one of the best themes. Yeah, I love it. You're watching and you're like, I'm 6 or 8 episodes into a happy little romantic comedy, and our dude goes to do something, and then bandits appear. Not bandits. What? Yes. Excellent sudden Kung Fu. And not just that, but minimalist. Just the slightest hint of wire food. Was it the greatest Kung Fu? No. But was it totally unexpected and a delightful change in pacing? Why, yes. Yes, it was. And I'm hoping they do a little bit more, because there is a certain character that they've kind of mentioned who I quite like, and it reminds me of one aspect of my wife, because my wife is basically my beloved Amanda, who just messaged me that the mechanics aren't coming today, is one of 2 people. She either manifests as the main character from this, or she manifests as the other character, one of the backgrounds, who's rather fond of carrying a spear everywhere they go. These are the 2 sides, and it is delightful. So I tend to avoid them when possible. Understood. Hey, Donna, I'm sorry, I was in the bathroom and did not witness your arrival. Home is good. Do you have a show tonight? And do I have a show tonight? do you have a show tonight? And yeah, other writers do that to you. They brag about their word count, but is there quality? Number of words is not a good measure. No, it's not. I use my word count, though, as a measure of motivation and progress, because I use that as accountability. I'm not, if you guys, if you think I'm trying to brag, please don't think that is it. I am showing my word count this for the same reason I show my sales figures, and the same reason I do, I share my art, in progress art streams. I've had enough people gaslight me that I wasn't telling the truth at different points in my life and not take me serious, that I respond by always having my receipts whenever possible. Now, sometimes things don't work out, but I do like to have my receipts. So we are working on that. If please don't, and like I said, if it bothers anyone, let me know, because I'm only doing that as a means to help build you guys up. Howdy, Grant. Yes, Carl. Quality over quantity. Yep. Did y'all get rain, Carl? We did. Maybe they'll take the stupid month-long burn ban out. There will be an episode of Grant Draws tonight. It's still wet there. Here, Carl. Wet ground. So, yep. No rest for the quick dead. No money don't grow on trees. Got bills to pay. Biggie's on his way, and I'm just trying to get free. Okay. Question, Nick. Got a friend Facebook from Xander Plus. Would that be anybody? Nope. That's the front that will steer that hurricane towards Dan. Yikes. And very extremely doubtful ground. And Nick, thanks. Nick, thanks for the wound care information. Still waiting on insurance for the heart monitor. We'll be praying for you, Grant, for you, Josh. The last person I looked up was Grant. My brain just farted for a second. I'm just glad you went in and got taken care of. For people who don't know, Josh has a very unfortunate-looking wound on his leg, and he has had a great deal of swelling. And I only say this because it ties to something very important to me. I wouldn't normally air anyone's business out. But a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Benjamin Starkey, passed. And he passed in 2020 when the pandemic made it completely unreasonable for me to leave or do anything about it due to my, when they talk about people who are vulnerable, especially at that time, due to my health, I was extremely vulnerable. I could not go out and do things. I've never had a doctor tell me, you need to quit your job. You can't be working with the public. Before. It was bad those days. I'm better than I was, but, things happen. But he did not necessarily maintain the wound care as he should have. And it killed him. So I get kind of protective of my people. Because of that. Been a while since I ran an ad. Be back in a little over. comments. And good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Pretty solid, actually. A move to the north may come in the next few months. Well, the closer you are to us, the happier we'll be. I've had a very stressful weekend, mostly in doctor's offices. I'm sorry to hear that, Grant. I hope you get feeling better. And there's a squee, I assume, for Chris Walker. And hey, Chris, are you ready for rain? How far north, Josh? And greetings, and could come your way, Chris. When is it supposed to get to northeast Georgia? And greetings for Chris. Oh, Josh hasn't been. That reminds me, I will have to come back and wrench Josh. Right now, the models are showing it over downtown Atlanta at 4 a.m. Friday. Okay. If you guys haven't checked out League of Cryptids 2, you should. It's still in pre-launch. And League of Cryptids, Kickstarter.com/projects, Mr. Grantastic, League of Cryptids, Frogs Go to Loveland 1-2. Awesome. Sign for notification. I'll sign for notification of launch. As always, you should click the notify me on launch, even if you don't plan on backing, because it helps me out. Thanks, guys. It might miss me, Josh. Might not. As long as it's not too heavy or windy, I should be good, Josh. My babies. Dawn's babies. Dawn. I don't know how you type so fast, Dawn. Hasha. Neither do I. And right now, looks like you should be on the west side of it, normally the dry side. Nick got sleep. I guess there is rest for the work. Yeah, I got to bed around midnight, and because I was writing on my book, asleep by 2. That is a lot of sleep for me to get up at 8. You probably typed it so many times it's just muscle memory. Meanwhile, I'm not a great typist. You either? Does anyone here ever rest? There's no rest. What do you mean don't promote yourself? Always promote! Dawn agrees. Oh, sorry, Dawn. Didn't mean to do that to you. The gooseries happen. Silly gooseries, that is. Womp, 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 womp. And planning expectations don't always survive contact with reality. Absolutely. Josh, most of this group does sleep. Then there's people like Nick and I. We don't just burn the candle at both ends. We light it in the center and see what goes from there. Yes. I didn't know how much I needed that. If a vampire bit a goblin's thesis, would the goblin then become a hemogoblin? It will now. Stuart sniped the bidding. Yep. Depends on Josh. Oftentimes it's elusive, and the other ends can be refreshing. Rest, that is. Ha! He found the brain cell. Yes. And why did he choose to use it there? Oh, yeah. I rest. If I don't, usually my body decides for me, which is usually at the most inopportune times. Yes. Stuart has a mischievous streak, it seems. Oh, absolutely. Stuart is a wonderful cat. Quick 2-minute distance from straddling toilets. What gets me annoyed with all this stuff is all the staff is responsible for keeping these bathrooms clean. Anyway, back to work. Caked on the wall behind. Oh, poor Sarah. Just need to rant for a sec. We are here for you, my dear. Yes, Chris. He's an orange cat, so don't. I am now wondering just how many Washington parks there are. We have one, too. Quite a few. I want a Chinese period drama called Suddenly Kung Fu. Oh. Time for me to leave again. No need to make calls and get some stuff done before a lunch meeting today with the township trustee about the park. See y'all tonight. Toodles, Josh. Well, Joe. Is Joe hopping? Joe's always hopping. I was not talking about you, Nick. As far as bragging, people say, I wrote 10,000 words today. I want to ask how many will stay. Shocked! Joe hopping. That would be a sight. Joe, as in Chinese vampire hopping. You're welcome for your Halloween costume idea. I kind of want to see that now. They won't do it. I want to see Joe dressed as the clown from Spawn, with Trey dressed as like a very extra quasi-demonic Harley Quinn with like a Joker head as like a decapitated Joker head on a stick as like a scepter. I think that would be amazeballs, but people won't do it. Maybe I need to get a picture of Joe and Trey and edit it. I ponder, I wonder as I wander out under the stars. Now, let's get physical. Must get physical. Oh. Yeah, with that kind of intro, there's only one ad I can run.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
That's right. The Scanning as Munsey is a program that happens every once in a while to talk about Munsey and Munsey-related things on the Independent Creator Directory channel, as well as other places. Given that Carl is doing a major event this Saturday, I would expect some kind of the Scanning as Munsey event to be happening to help drum up attention for it. Carl, Dawn, on one of the evenings that aren't claimed. Carl, Dawn. What do you mean you don't promote yourself? Always promote! Nick, do it, chair. Oh, now you have to do it. The only reason Jeff exists is because Donna told me to write a story that Dan didn't want to write. It happens. I sang that in the green room to clear out our minds after someone got us thinking odd thoughts. It happens. And I was there. I know what you're talking about. And he's a crowd favorite, Thesis. I'm always here for Dawn. So get together, make that go, so that we can help promote you guys. And I want to proudly announce that song was enough to make one of my viewers stop watching. Hello to the one person on Twitch, by the way. I should be able to see your comments if you wish to comment. Oops, gotta leave for coffee, 45 minutes. Dang it. Coffee sounds good. Anyway, yeah, see. I still wish I had the chair project that left when my old GM was here. Odors are coming up my face from this. Oh, God. Oh, may the force be with you, Sarah. But yeah, and guys, it is a Monday. It was the chair part. Probably drove them off. And I didn't even do the loud chair. I gave my voice a break so I wasn't all scratchy for the day. Outside getting some air. I can understand. They don't pay you enough, Sarah. They just don't pay you enough. Good idea. But with all that being said, Wednesday sucks for me. Okay. Perhaps, doing my best, Jeebus, we believe in you. We believe in you, Sarah, and you deserve all the good things to come to you. But, well, reach out. You guys can make it happen. Heck, even if you only do a little 15-minute one Friday. Hashtag can't promote that day. Okay, Dawn, you know what you can do? You could pre-record something at your convenience and schedule it to run there. You can live stream from a recorded video. That's what I do when I know I'm gonna miss. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Alrighty, let's run an ad. I'm feeling addy. Matthew Craigie. Yes. And we got some more comments. Dawn gets Keisha in NTF. Lafayette should be in my agenda this week. Yes. Georgettios. Next is urinals. Don't eat the breath mint. Anyway, sorry, it's one of her songs. Glad to hear it. We love that there are songs. Let's see who else has, who else has good music while we're doing this? The composer himself, the mad musician and web runner behind this project.
Hello, I'm Dan Hollifield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphellion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan, for everything you do. And I complained a lot. It happens. Doesn't everyone make up songs about their feline overlords? It happens. Love you guys always, Sarah. Like, totally inappropriately, excessively. There's love for Our Lady of the Night. Keeping you in our thoughts, Sarah. Absolutely. You are on the list of people I would love to see win the lotto just because it amuses me. I want to see you suddenly have all those dreams. Don't have a feline overlord. So how is Kitty doing these days? Anyway, I'm running an ad before I get myself in trouble. And that means we're going to need, you know what? Yep. We've got a lot, and any expressions you saw was me looking at the other screens that are popping up because it's 11 o'clock and the club is jumping. All you authors are round the club. Got a Poochie King and you giggle some. And yes, the whip is strong because it's 11:30 and the club is jumping. All righty, folks. Actually, it's only 11. I have heard Xander rumble fumble his way through getting breakfast, so it's probably time for me to tend to his needs. So let's run a couple more ads. I know I have an ad or two. Give you guys a chance to wrap up anything you need to say, and then we'll be back in a bit.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend, No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
We're all about here, folks. We're all about letting you guys get your art on. And Sarah says, good morning, Xander. Dawn says, good morning. And Foxy says, good morning. And Dawn says, have a great day all. You heard them. Have a great day all. Get creative. This is our week to seize the day. Just take it and get what you want out of it. Shake it. It's yours. So keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. Because as long as you do, you can edit it. You can improve it. But you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. I will see you Wednesday for the art show. Doodles.